Where the Ficus Fell by Susan Rogers. A hole had opened in wet ground. Next to it were remains, broken limbs and branches strewn all over the street. Wild and wondrous, the ficus lay prone like a new-grown forest, torn roots exposed unceremoniously lifted from the earth. Her severed trunk massive like the leg of a mastodon. A yellow caution tape surrounded her. In the cool night air, I drove near, as close as I dared alongside the orange safety cones, then parked my car with my driver's window down, wanting to share some final words, before she was broken into sections and carted away, her tangled leaves still living, still luxuriant. Perhaps tomorrow she'd be gone. It had been raining the night before. What the rain has taken, I thought. Maybe it wasn't rain but pollution or the California drought, some unforeseen reason for her fate. The ficus seemed so alive, full and abundant, even glorious. Her green canopy a celebration. How could it be, I thought? Where the ficus fell, there was now a surprising lightness, a gap in the air that she once filled with presence, with the voice of seasons. She was the music of a small residential street, the biggest, greenest tree. Every day I walked by her not thinking or thanking her, just breathing in the green greeting of morning, she declared, or sometimes evening. A lesson I should not forget. Always thank each tree I see. Where the ficus fell, I stopped, even though I was running late, and met 3 neighbors. How could it be? They repeated. Perhaps the change to artificial turf had been too much, or fungus like on the trees down the street. One neighbor took photos of the scene. One climbed among the branches, wondering out loud if there could be a person caught underneath. We really couldn't see. Somehow the ficus fell without hitting any parked car, and most likely without hurting a person or other living being. It was good fortune, we all agreed. One neighbor had called the city. Later, when the city worker arrived, he said it was her time. The ficus had no living roots. He pointed out her dry wood to me. I thought of my stepmother, who looked so good even when she couldn't breathe. You just never know. We cannot tell what goes on inside. Yet how could this happen, I asked? Such a magnificent canopy, so alive. One neighbor wondered if the tree could be put back, hoisted up and placed again inside the hole. I knew this could not be done. The ficus had already died, even though part of her, for a time, survived. I took some branches home, thinking to place them in a vase, remembering how I took a whisker from my cat Billy when he died. I asked the city worker if I could replant them. He shook his head. The way we try to keep what can't be kept. You could try the orange pods, he said. They were scattered all over the street. I took 10. I do healing energy, I told one neighbor, and aimed at the gaping hole, patted the tree trunk once again, and whispered as if to the spirit of the ficus, "Thank you for your being here. You brought a song of blessing to the street and gave a home to squirrels and birds. I will keep you and the mystery of songbirds hidden in your leaves. How I would stop at night and listen to them calling." "Oh, ficus," I cried, "where you fell, I am still falling."